What is going on, guys? I am a 20 plus year poker player, former professional poker player, and coach, Zach the Tiburon Marcy. And welcome to the Be the Shark channel. I want to welcome you in, tell you a little bit of what you're going to get here. So, first and foremost, if you have been either if you're just starting off or if you've been crunching around those micro and low stakes and just have not been able to either crack into profitability or move up in stakes, then this is the channel, especially just for you. And what we're going to do over the course of this journey is I'm going to teach you how to understand the player pools, what to do with your bankroll management, how to make this wonderful and amazing passion of poker into one that's more fun and can put more money into your account or move you up into your higher and bigger bankrolls over the course of time. I have screwed up and I've done this a lot, and it's gotten me to the point now where I can comfortably tell you not just what we used to do, but what to do in the solver era, what to do in this information era where everybody seems to have all of the same tools. Everybody seems to have all of the same content, but being able to utilize it to the best of your ability. Now, does it come with a little bit of work? Of course, anything that's worthwhile is going to take some time and energy investment. But here's the thing. With the streams that you're going to be getting here, with the time in the just spending, hanging out with us, doing these study streams, we take what usually will take a lot of other people hundreds of hours of study over the course of years and compress it down into very small and leverageable bite-sized lessons that you can utilize. And all you really need to do is attend the study streams, or even catch them in clips, and pay attention to some of the sweats that we have with live actual play in order to learn how to exploit and maximize your advantage at these stakes in order to be your best poker player profitably with less time. It's an approach I genuinely wish I would have had when I started. Man, if you really think about it, and I'll introduce you guys to me. I started off immediately trying to get involved playing after watching Rounders in 1998. This is way pre-Chris Moneymaker boom. And at that time, we had no clue what we were doing. Fast forward now, 24 years later, we do have all of these tools. You have access to all of these YouTube channels. Problem is, most of it is created and around a lot of like either GTO strategy or high stakes play. Not a lot of it is catered to the beginner or the person that is like stuck toiling either through the micro stakes or the low stakes, where it's a very different type of play. And as you move up, the way that you play does need to evolve and change, and we cover that. But starting off, if you try to go and play like a GTO solver is going to tell you to play, number one, you're going to get your ass kicked, especially since a lot of those are heads up pots. And at the micro and low stakes, you're going to be playing like in a 6-person tournament or a 6-man table. You're probably going to be playing up against 3 and 4 people in almost every pot in the beginning of the tournament. And if you're in a 9-max table, it's 4 to 5 people per hand until you start getting later in the tournament. That's hard, and it's like GTO has not solved that. The other thing is you can start to exploit, and exploitative poker at these levels is super important. So you want to ditch a lot of the GTO strategies and really maximize on the exploitative player types, and we'll cover all of that here. Last but not least, let me introduce you guys a little bit to me and tell you why you should keep listening to this stream. Again, I've alluded to, I'm Zach the Tiburon Marcy, former pro. I played cash games professionally for about a year back in 2009. And I was in between jobs, I had to figure out a way to make money, and kind of like backed into it. I've been playing. I've been playing. I've played as high as 10-20 in cash games. I've played biggest buy-in I've played was a $1,500 WPT tournament, and like I'm not big on telling bad beat stories, but I took a really bad beat about two places before the money. That is the biggest buy-in that I've had, and it's a sad story. I wound up bubbling two places before the money at the time when that was a pretty good chunk of my bankroll. I've won hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of my career. Mainly recently, it's been more online, but almost all of it exclusively for the first 15 to 20 years was live poker. And just recently, actually, I came in just before the pandemic, but went pretty heavy after the pandemic and learned how to study, and hired actually used to work as a coach in the beginning back when I was playing a lot of live, but I was coaching a lot of online people that were just starting out, helping them crack into profitability. Game was very different back then. And funny enough, a lot of the exploits of beginning poker back then work even better now, because a lot of other people are just like the micro stakes guys are bad play, but you have to be careful in certain circumstances, because again, you need to know what you're doing in order to make it profitable. And fast forward to now, I'm regularly playing between $5 rebuys, and yeah, I mean, you're going to catch me in the micro stake tournaments, like $2 rebuys and $3 freeze outs, all the way up to like $200 tournaments, and the online. But then live, you're going to see me playing, man, I go from like $150 rebuys. It's usually the lowest buy-in that you can get in any casino. Actually, just last month got third in a $150 rebuy tournament where I had to throw two bullets and an add-on. So I was in for around $450 and wound up cashing that bad boy out for, if I'm not mistaken, 1,800, something along those lines. We did a three-way chop, and at the time, I actually went into the final table second in chips, and the chip leader just dominated everybody, and he was immediately to my left. And I realized with him having like a 10-1 chip lead, I might have had a skill advantage, but I definitely did not have the luxury of my 8 big blinds taking on his 40 big blinds. And you'll learn things like that, where it's better to take a chop in certain circumstances than it is to try to battle it out. But I'll tell you, I would have never chopped when it came to the 4 beats to global poker tournament that I played. This is actually PLO. And it's the only hardware I've ever earned in a PLO tournament. I literally had just learned how to play PLO about 4 months before this. And I like PLO. I like cash games in PLO, and I make a lot of money playing PLO, but the bulk of my money comes from No Limit Hold'em. I have a lot of awards, a lot of trophies and stuff that I didn't even think to keep them over the course of time, but now I'm trying to accumulate them all over again. And you're going to get the benefit of me being somebody that really studies, puts the time in, so you don't have to. Stay tuned. You want to know personal things about me, just let me know. And I can't wait to get started on this journey with you guys and jump in, start really getting into how to close out final tables, how to play every step of multi-table tournaments. By the way, this is predominantly going to be micro and small stakes and low stakes to mid stakes live multi-table tournament play. you're going to see a little cash. You might see a little bit of PLO cash and tournament play, but mainly no limit hold'em multi-table tournament play. All right. Let me know. Make sure you subscribe, you like. Let me know in the comments if you guys want any specific kind of content on here. I do have a whole list of things that we're going to wind up going through. And we're going to start off with player types and how to exploit them, how to identify them and how to exploit them. That'll be the first video that is produced here inside of this. But make sure you attend the study streams. They're going to make a really big difference. Find me on Instagram. It's BeTheShark. BeTheSharkPoker on Instagram. On Twitch, I am Zach the Tiburon. No, sorry, the Tiburon1. TheTiburon. I'll have it in the link down below. 1 on Twitch, and we have this channel as well. And we're actively creating the BeTheShark.poker website right now, where you're going to be able to get the Be the Shark mindset tips if you sign up for the email list and get notifications when we're going live, when we're going to be doing study streams, and other opportunities where I'm going to have other guests coming on, soon to be starting a podcast. I'm not going to talk your head off anymore. That's 11 minutes of an intro, and I can't wait to get started. May all of your monster hands hold, and may your bluffs get through. Be the shark, not the fish. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for joining.